Hi, my name's Ellie and it is National Gardening Week, and I thought I would join in the collaboration with Liz of By the Farm and Erica of Erica's Little Welsh Garden and talk about why I grow vegetables. So here goes. So I've retreated into the polytunnel because it is absolutely piddling down outside. We're still really in the aftermath of Storm Hannah here. So the reasons we grow vegetables and grow our own, and basically the reason we live on a small holding. One of them's there. That little man there. The other little man, I'm just going to evict from that spot there because he's about to start digging. So, naughty beast evicted from where he's not supposed to be. He's worked out that he can sneak around the back of the pergola bits at the moment, which is something I'm going to have to work out how to block up, because he's a bit of a pest and he does dig everything over. He's just currently in behind the vine, threatening to break it. Honestly, he is a pest of a Labrador puppy. He is into everything at the moment. Aren't you? Hey! Beautiful dog that he is, but he is a pest. Oh, you found some string. That's our other problem here. Because it's a derelict small holding, we've been finding all sorts of like string, baling plastic, all these sort of things just in the soil. So yes, the reason we grow our own veg and grow our own food, basically for the health benefits. Financially it's a lot better. At the moment neither James and I nor I work at the moment off the holding. I do a little bit of forest schools and things off the holding, but since we moved down here, because we managed to move mortgage free and with quite a bit of savings, we were fortunate enough not to have to go and seek out work straight away. So that's basically growing our own food has allowed us to extend that time, to spend more time with the children, and also build up our small holding a bit, spend the time building up the fruit cage, building up the polytunnel, building up the livestock areas, the chickens. We've got another area that we've got planned in the next few weeks that we're going to be building a big walk-in duck and chicken enclosure, which is rather exciting. Yeah, basically getting everything going. So financially, nutritionally, food mass is a really big thing. It's becoming more and more important that everybody has a go at growing some of their own food. Reducing your single-use plastics, reducing your reliance on intensive farming strategies, and helping to care for the planet. So there is a planet left for our children to enjoy, because currently, if you look at the research, things aren't looking great. So we do everything that we can to grow our own, reduce our food miles, not just on the fruit and veg, on the meat side as well. I'll show you a bit of that later. And basically become more self-sufficient. So the other part of the collab then is looking at our growing setup. So this is my fruit cage. This year we've worked really hard on getting the edges slated and the paths sorted out, and now I just need to get the beds mulched and weeded yet again, because they're all getting a bit overgrown again. Other half is putting a drainage channel in at the other side, but this is the fruit cage, and I see, peeping through the wires just here, we're going to have loads of currants this year. Lots of little currant flowers there. How are the blueberries doing? So the strawberries have spread, or started to spread on last year, so we should have more plants than last year. And here we go. There's some of the blueberries coming through as well. Hurrah! So that's the fruit cage. So our raised bed setup is, this is our newest raised bed, wooden one, goes nicely in the middle because we didn't put a linking thing in the middle to stop it from doing that. There's a potato, half an IBC container that was broken, wasn't holding water, so we've cut that in half for potato growing. This is our onions, our garlic, shallots, A couple of elephant garlics there. Those two giant things there that look like leeks. I think they're elephant garlic. And then if you come round here, on this end here, the bits here that look like grass are our Babington leeks. There's the helper running around. Babington leeks, and I think these guys at this end here are the potato onions. Again, random elephant garlic. So I believe my little helper helped me plant. If you look back at the planting the shallots and garlic and onions video back in the autumn, this one was helping me. So our other raised beds then are over here. This is raised bed number 1, which now has cauliflower plants at the bottom, cauliflower and broccoli here. We've still got some carrots and some chard going from last year, some celeriac going from last year. I have seeded this bed with all sorts of bits and pieces here. You see my little lollipop stick markers there. And then we've got, as I said, the celeriac. There's a big gap here that just needs to be weeded and then planted. We've got some plug plants ready to go in. And we've got some more cauliflower and broccolis here. And some more lines of seeds. So some beetroot, some dill and some lettuces here starting to come through. Just about start to see them now. Hooray! This is going to be uncovered shortly for some plug plants. We're planting in through the fleece. And then, sorry, splish, splosh, splish, splosh. We've got all these containers here. None of them are holding water properly anymore. So, they've been cut down and being used as potato planters, which I believe, yep, he's just earthed them up for today. So, maybe it's a pokey out potato. And then raised bed number 2, we've got a line of leeks. The broccoli's taken a bit of a hit. Well, the flowered broccoli is now taking a bit of a hit after the storms on the weekend. A little bit of horseradish there. And I think, yes, there it is. There's another big piece of horseradish there. The bees are loving the broccoli. So this is raised bed 2. Again, we're going to have plug plants in there. Just need to get our backsides in gear and start getting them out of the polytunnel. We've got 2 rows of leeks now down that side of the bed. So there's our raised beds. So you can see the netting across the front of these polytunnel pergola pieces. The netting across the front is to protect from, as you can see, one of the little happy diggers in the background, and then the little black wander over there is also a digger. So this is my tomato. So my polytunnel pergola, my tomatoes I have put in. I've earthed up the stems nicely. It's the other vine coming along really nicely. Spring onions, tomatoes, more tomatoes, beetroots and radishes in there, more tomatoes, the Mizuna and the Rocket, which are both starting to bolt and flower, more tomatoes, even more tomatoes, and one of our things is pinged and needs to be stapled back down properly again. So even more tomato plants, slightly different varieties here. More tomato plants, some lettuces, and then the rest of the row I have filled up with seed lettuce, but our little digger got in behind me. There are also 2 rows of beetroot in there, because we decided last year we really did not grow enough beetroot. There's a bean that randomly came up. I think, again, our reason for planted extra beans is there. And then there's my plant propagation station at the moment. So we've got some chamomile, some more herbs, sweet corn, and just some of my garden plants that I've managed to propagate from, and my neighbours helped me propagate from garden, from her garden. Like that forsythia down there. So the other side then of the polytunnel, we've got yet another mesh cage to protect it from the our little digging population. There's one eyeing it up there. We've got the sweet corn there, just got the rest of them to plant out now in there. And then this half at the moment is just weeds. waiting just to be given a quick hoe over. We're going to put in a couple of courgettes, some popping corn, and I think possibly another pumpkin ready to go in there. So need to get our backsides in gear and start getting some of these squashes and courgettes and some sunflowers under there as well, all planted out. There's the chilies and his peppers. I've got a load of herbs. Again, there's some more cucumbers and whatnot potted up and ready to now plant out. Same with the beans. Really need to get my bean trellises sorted. All jobs for this week. So quite apt really from National Gardening Week. Load of sweet peas that I want to get planted. Even more cauliflower up back there because he forgot that I'd planted a load. Some more baby tomato plants. So some of these I'm going to be potting up because my local gardening club that I've joined are having a plant sale. So I will be taking some of those excess plants along to the plant sale. I've also potted up under here, if you can read the label there, cinnamon vine. So that's another perennial I'm trying out. So we've got Babington leeks, potato onions, cinnamon vine. Obviously our grapevines, which have all come back to life beautifully. So in addition to growing our own veg and things, we also raise our own meat birds, which are these guys, the breasts. Nice big meaty variety of bird. And we also raise some chickens. I've got some chickens in this one. The double wiring because of the fox last year. We have these guys for eggs. In fact, this is our original. This is Ian, our original. And then we've got in here some of our ex-bats. So yes, and that's Di, our original pair of chickens. So back in the polytunnel again. Basically then, so that's a little roundup of why we grow and what we're growing this year so far. There's a few more things to go in. There's a lot more work to do. It is increasingly difficult with two small children running about the place, but we're getting there. We'll get there slowly with our building projects and everything really. So hope you've enjoyed this vlog and I'll see you all soon. Bye.